fans, welcome to another all-star edition of RWL Championship Wrestling. Wally, Cardille, and Mike Lane, here with all tonight's action, out of Erie, Pennsylvania.
And boy, have we got a great lineup. The tag team matches, one from the men's and one from the ladies division. And the Texan Ladies Association are in that ladies tag match.
Also on hand tonight, the Fairfield Bucks, Faye Crawford, Roderick Strong, and tonight, something very new as we will see the debut of the Scarecrow. And what do you suppose he's going to be like?
Don't count on the lovable Scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz.
That and our main event with Joseph Von Schmidt defending the RWL International Championship against the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. But let's get things on the move with our first tag team matchup.
The following tag team contest set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit, approaching the ring first at a total combined weight of 426 pounds from Champaign, Minnesota, Nick Mullins, and from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, Connor Cruz. Mullins and Cruz.
This pair, Nick Mullins, who does most of the talking for his team, is always complaining about he and Connor Cruz wanting the best competition. Well, tonight they're getting Hondo and Ramula, form a tag, team champions, Hall of Famers. I mean, what more do they want?
What more do they want? Indeed, Mike. Here's hoping they haven't bitten off more than they can chew.
And their opponents at a total combined weight of 490 pounds from Hilo, Hawaii, the Hawaiian Lion, Big Jim Hondo, and from Hyderabad, India, the Great Ramula.
The fans in Erie with a cheerful earful for the Hawaiian Lion Big Jim Hondo and his friend and tag team partner, the Great Ramula. And the years have been nothing but good to this long-time tag partnership with more than a few tag title reigns to their credit, and they're gonna give Mullins and Cruz one hell of a fight.
Nick and Connor have never held a title in 7 years with our WL. Not to be mean, but they've gotten complacent. I mean, they'll never move up the ladder around here if they don't step out of their comfort zone once in a while. How can you get title shots if you don't compete against a higher class of competitor? It's common sense.
This one's off to a standing start. Both men tentative about locking up, but Nick Mullins makes the first move and hurls Hondo across the ring like a bag of trash. Mullins stands him up and boy, Hondo is all there, tags Mullins with a hard right, moves in fast, and delivers a Russian leg sweep.
Boy, it sure didn't take long for Miz to give us tougher competition to end up on his back.
Now Hondo whips Mullins into his team's corner. Mullins rebounds out of the corner and straight into Hondo with a jumping crucifix that takes Mullins down to the mat again. And now Big Jim Hondo sizing Mullins up, and booyah! Dropping the elbow into his back, and Mullins is far, far away from his corner, and a tag with Connor Cruz.
An intelligent partner will always seize a moment like this to make a tag. Now let's watch what Mullins does.
Hondo with a grip on Mullins' left arm, and he's twisting that wrist and working it up to Mullins' shoulder, has him up in the air, wins Mullins up, and beautiful judo flip from the Hawaiian Lion. Now Hondo getting Mullins to his feet again. Mullins is stunned. Hondo catches him in a reverse headlock and brings it out with a quick arm ringer flip. Hondo and that mastery of judo paying dividends right now.
Nick is already in big trouble and should try to tag ASAP, but Hondo's got him handled at the moment.
Big Jim Hondo large and in charge, but hang on. Mullins snaps out of it, whips Hondo into his own corner, and this is Mullins' opportunity to turn things around as Nick Mullins whips Hondo into his team's far corner, and now it's Hondo in the bad part of town.
Here's another rookie mistake, Wally. Mullins should tag out. Instead, he's letting his bad temper get the better of him, and yeah, he's punishing Hondo, but tagging out would have been smarter. Connor Cruz hasn't locked up once yet.
Hondo still counting the ring lights off Mullins' gut-wrench suplex as Mullins makes his way to the corner and at last tags in Connor Cruz, and let's see what the fresh man in the ring does for this match. Cruz is the striker in this team and immediately starts tagging Hondo with hard right hands off the ropes, and Hondo collapses to the mat, and Connor Cruz quick to follow up here and hangs. Hondo with a slingshot into the ropes throat first, and Hondo with no idea where he is, hurrying to get to his feet again. But Connor Cruz continues pounding away at the Hawaiian Lion. But here comes Hondo with a leg scissor flip that puts Cruz on his butt. Oh man! Nasty kick between the shoulder blades crumples Cruz like an accordion, while Hondo makes it to his corner. Ref sees that tag, and here comes the Grey Ramula.
And there goes the great Ramula. Connor Cruz wanted or needed a breather here, I guess.
Both legal men outside the ring now, with the referee counting, but it looks like Connor Cruz wants to get in a few cheap shots on Ramula.
Counts up to 3 here, and Connor's sure taking his sweet time getting Ramula back onto the ring, and Ramula hasn't regained his senses yet. This could be bad for his team.
Hondo may be thinking wrongly that his partner has this situation in hand, but looks pretty helpless to me as Connor launches him across the ring floor. This ain't in no way good for Hondo and Ramula. And oy vey, get out of the way as Connor moves in again, nails Ramula with a DDT on the concrete, and Hondo may want to step in here on his partner's behalf.
It's an honor thing between the partners. They won't interfere in a match like a rule breaker would, unless it's do or die, turkey pie. Just the same, if I was Hondo, I would already be beating Latin rhythms on Connor's forehead with my knuckles.
Well, just a moment ago, Ramula regained control of himself, Connor Cruz, and this match as he returns Connor Cruz to the ring, and we're back to this one being winnable as it continues. Connor Cruz on his back, and here comes the star of Hyderabad, the great Ramula raining down fist-sized hailstones on Connor Cruz, and man alive, the switch is flipped.
Ramula loves going topside Wally, and here he goes.
Ramula, way up there, going high risk here, as Connor Cruz stands back up. What's he gonna do here? Ramula, Hokey Smokes missile dropkick off the top turnbuckle, and Connor's got to be scrambled good after that one. Ramula gets Cruz up, but Cruz counters fast with a jawbreaker, follows up with a running elbow, and the rally is over, and the great Ramula is in a serious bind now. Connor with the tag, and then comes arrested Nick Mullins, and Ramula has got to get Big Jim Hondo back into this match before a point of no return.
Boy, Wally, will you listen to this crowd giving Mullins and Cruz the business here? They really want to see Hondo back in there to cleaning house the way he does.
Mullins now working Ramula, who's taken a rough beating up to now, and Mullins whips Ramula into their corner, and whoa man, this ain't good again. Cruz and Mullins hit the Cruz missile. Double team, and Ramula hardly even able to crawl.
So far, all we've seen is needless brutality from Mullins and Cruz, but they're sure not letting up now, and Ramula has got to be fading fast. And Connor finishes up that neck crank by dropping Ramula the hard way.
Cruz looking to finish this here, but hang the hell on Ramula says no you don't. Puts on the brakes, and look at this William, he has Cruz up. Lets him fly. Beautiful Samoan drop-style suplex by Ramula. Both men center ring. Ramula tries for the Irish whip, but is countered by Cruz and Woman into a hard clothesline. Cruz tags in Mullins. Ramula struggles to reach for the tag. Can he make it? Here's Mullins, but tag made, and here comes the Hawaiian Lion. Mullins dodges the dropkick. Hondo goes again, connects with a second attempt, and goes for yet a third, and follows it up with a clothesline for the exclamation point. Big Jim Hondo just firing on all cylinders here.
Nick just found a quick opening, and he's got Hondo set up. Wow, what a nasty rib breaker that was. What the hell's he doing? Why isn't he going for the pin? He had this one. I just don't get it, Wally.
You would think that by now Mullins and Cruz would have racked up several near falls, but they seem way more interested in looking good while trashing their opponents. And now Mullins in off the tag as he and Cruz engineer another double-team tandem move, and the results are bad. Hondo is hurt, and Ramula is still recovering, not able to make a tag yet. And it looks like it's all Mullins and Cruz just now. Inverted gut wrench suplex from Cruz, and while Ramula is back up, it may already be too late to help Hondo. Connor Cruz getting ready to maybe close this one out, but Hondo tags him with a right that backed Cruz up a good 3 feet. Hondo reaches for Cruz and nails the big kahuna slam out of mid freaking air. Connor Cruz down, Hondo measuring, the Hawaiian Lion stalking Cruz like a zebra. Hondo has Cruz screws up and spins him to the canvas with a one-arm slam. Hondo pins. Here comes Mullins, who is stopped by Ramula, and in an instant, Hondo and Ramula snatching this one from the hands of Mullins and Cruz.
The time of the fall, 7 minutes and 46 seconds. Your winners, Hondo and Ramula.
The fans giving it up for the Hawaiian Lion and the star of Hyderabad as Hondo and Ramula, the Hall of Famers, chalk up a narrow win over Mullins and Cruz.
Here we are back on the topic of Nick and Connor, half-step in everything they do in the ring. How many times have we seen guys break up a pin to save a match for their team just in time? Hundreds, right? Mick Mullins got caught with Ramula's power slam, and that cost his team the match. End of story.
All right then, lots more mat action ahead when we return from this short break.
The following ladies division contest is set for one fall, with a 10-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first, accompanied by Bailey Goldman, and representing the United Kingdoms from Norwich, England, Grace Fenwick.
Grace Fenwick, she is a mean one, Mike, and you pointed out she's improving. In the last match we called with Fenwick just a month ago against Pam Parsons, so how do you think the sadistic Grace can do against the Fairfield Fox?
Very tough call, Wally. See, while Grace Fenwick likes to hurt her opponents, Faye Crawford has elevated it to an art form. I'm sorry, there's just no calling this one. We don't even have a projected favorite to win here.
And her opponent, accompanied to the ring by Tommy Wilcox from Fairfield, Connecticut, the Fairfield Fox, Faye Crawford.
The greatest show-off on earth. That's how the Fairfield Fox likes to be known. She likes to be seen, and when she likes to be seen winning, too. She sure come back from her hair-shaved humiliation a few years ago, when she lost a hair match to Helena Troy in 2017, and now with Tommy Wilcox by her side, Faye Crawford is again looking like championship material.
It's a fact, all the ladies with championship gold are always watching Faye Crawford to see what her next move is gonna be. They all want to be ready, just in case they have to sign on the dotted line against her.
And goodwill between the opponents. You won't find none of that here. Faye has said countless times how she despises the UK ladies, and I'm sure Grace doesn't think too fondly of the Fairfield Fox either.
Maybe not, but Faye sure has this crowd eating out of her hand. Oh, they sure love Faye Crawford out here.
All right, the fans retake their seats. They've quieted down and just waiting for the bell to set this off. The bell sounds, but Grace, complaining adamantly to the referee about something, but Faye Crawford's not sitting through this show and says hello Gracie with a running bulldog. Stuns Fenwick with a kick to the face. Fenwick quickly recovers, get herself back up, but Faye Crawford ready and waiting for her, wraps her up and nails her with a Russian leg sweep. Crawford takes Fenwick down with a handful of hair. Just nasty.
And the Fairfield Fox asserting control of the match almost immediately. Let's see if she can hang on to it.
Fenwick off the ropes. Here comes Crawford and no. Malfunction at the junction as Crawford missed the dropkick, and that was a bad landing. And Grace Fenwick smelling a chance here, wastes no time going to work on Crawford, making the Fairfield Fox pay for that costly mistake.
Yeah, that missed dropkick means Fenwick has Crawford where she wants her now, and Faye's gonna have to turn it around fast before Fenwick starts dealing out real damage. Like case in point right there.
Fenwick with a slingshot off the throat of a stunned Faye Crawford, and Crawford seated center ring as Fenwick moves in. But hold everything, please. Crawford with a shot to the midsection of Fenwick. Crawford sets up for Yes. Devastating spin kick by Crawford sends Fenwick to the mat again. And here comes Crawford. Crawford missing by a mile with the kick. And here comes Grace Fenwick from behind, firing off a quick belly to back suplex. And now it's Crawford in trouble again.
That's just how quick your fortunes can change in that ring.
Fenwick with a head scissor DDT, low to the mat, and Crawford is out of it. Or is she? Crawford misses with the low kick, quickly back to her feet, but here's Fenwick, and boom, lands a sit-out stunner on the Fairfield box.
Fenwick really has improved, it's true. Look at how fast she's managed to regain control of the match. You can't do that being sloppy.
Well, it's certainly not looking too good for Faye Crawford, as Grace Fenwick moves to keep control of the situation here. Fenwick off the ropes, and no way, says Faye, as Fenwick is tripped up by them. Ankles.
That's just how Crawford does it. She's always trying to think a couple of moves ahead of her opponents, and that's something you can't teach someone. It's instinctive to people that have it, like Faye here.
Now Fenwick struggling to get it together as Faye perches up on that second rope, getting primed and waiting for that moment to pounce as Fenwick comes around, just in time to see it coming. Fenwick slowly making her way to her feet here. Crawford tries for a lift and carry, but Fenwick shifts quickly behind Crawford and she's got her. Fires off a quick inverted DDT on Faye Crawford.
It's wild. Fenwick is using the exact same playbook she did with Pam Parsons, and both of her matches seem to be playing out the same way. Lots of back and forth then, too, remember.
Again, bearing visible testimony to how much Grace has improved over time. Right now, though, Faye Crawford struggling to break this armbar Fenwick has her in. Crawford with a shot to the gut and a high hip toss from the Fairfield box.
Faye really favoring her right arm here. Looks like Grace Fenwick tugged it pretty good.
Grace wavering on her feet as Crawford whips her into the far left corner. And what's she got in mind here? Check this deal out right here. The Fairfield Fox showing off a little of that athleticism she's so well known for, bouncing off the ropes and nailing a Frankensteiner on Grace Fenwick. And here we go, Crawford signaling she's ready to close the deal here, as Fenwick gets herself back up now. Faye, with Fenwick over her shoulders with nowhere to go, she shifts Grace into position and hits Fenwick with the downtime drop. Fenwick motionless. Faye Crawford goes for the cover, hooks the leg. And say goodnight, Gracie. This one's over.
The time of the fall, 4 minutes and 11 seconds, your winner, Faye Crawford.
This match definitely a study in the reversal of fortunes. Mike, there were moments Grace Fenwick could have snagged this one, but the Fairfield Fox manages to stay a few moves ahead and ends this with the 3-count win.
And that ain't all. Faye Crawford ready to pay her opponent for the match in her usual style. Wonder why she does that?
The traditional dollar bill stuffed down the throat of Grace Fenwick as Faye Crawford celebrates another win.
Near the end, once Faye knew she had this match won, she really did pull out all the stops. That Frankensteiner and the downtime drop, all fired off by Crawford in a matter of seconds. I say, the Fairfield Fox is definitely primed for title contention again.
And so, the greatest show-off on Earth snatches a win away from Grace Fenwick, who's beginning to look like most improved, consistent loser lately. Fans, stay with us. There's more coming up on the other side of this break.
Here we go, with the debut match we promised at the outset of the program. We're about to see Roderick Strong in the first ever appearance by the Scarecrow.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first, representing the Undisputed Era from Tampa, Florida, weighing 200 pounds, here's Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong, doing about average, winning about as many matches as he's lost, but Strong remains consistent, present, and the fans do like his style.
A wide and eclectic style as well. He can mat wrestle, he can brawl, whatever is called for at the time, Roderick Strong can deliver. But against an unknown opponent like this Scarecrow, do we throw all the data on Roderick Strong? Away, Mike.
All right, an ominous introduction. Nothing we haven't seen before.
Ring psychology can begin before you even step into it, Mike. And this Scarecrow, using that to his advantage.
And his opponent, accompanied by manager General Skander Akbar from parts unknown. Weighing 265 pounds, here is the Scarecrow.
A caped figure in black, shrouded in mystery, with a mask depicting the face of a sewing box doll. This is the face of the Scarecrow, but he is a man. A man who I have personally instructed in the arts of the squared circle, and you shall see and fear him tonight. That, fans, is the written statement provided to us by General Skander Akbar regarding his return and the debut of the Scarecrow. So, on appearance, you gotta give it to him, but the real question is, can he go in the ring?
Wait, Wally, I want to address the elephant in the room here. It's been 8 years since Skander Akbar was even around in RWL. Now, out of nowhere, he's back with a Scarecrow. I have many questions for General Akbar, and I'm gonna sit him down real soon.
It has been a long time since Skander Akbar has managed anyone or anything in RWL. And well, I guess if you're going to do an amazing return unexpectedly, I suppose this would be the way to do that. Now, as far as the Scarecrow is concerned, I think whoever he is under that mask is probably not playing with the full 52 cards. Not the first time we see that kind of thing, but guys like this can be dangerously unpredictable in the ring, like Bulldog Brower George the Animal Steel or T. Joe Khan. You just don't know what to expect from violent wing nuts like this.
So, looking at all this and taking it all in, I don't know how well we can expect Roderick Strong to do tonight against this guy.
We're underway, and Roderick Strong strikes the first blow, and the Scarecrow blocks the second attempt, takes Strong down to the mat, and look here, works Strong into a half-crab submission. Strong trying to reach the ropes, he does, and the referee orders the break. Strong back to a standing position and moving in on the Scarecrow gets him back on his feet. And new, nasty chop to the chest. And the Scarecrow counters with an arm drag, and Roderick Strong counters the counter. How about this? And now Strong with the Irish whip. Scarecrow off the ropes, and beautiful tilt-a-whirl slam by Strong.
I love watching this kid work. The tilt-a-whirl slam off the ropes to a guy as big as the Scarecrow. You don't see that every day, even around here.
Meantime, it is Roderick Strong's show, but Scarecrow turns it around with a back body drop. Skander Akbar looking on from ringside as the Scarecrow moves in on Roderick Strong, and Roderick Strong yanks Scarecrow to the mat, and did he hit hard?
Could be a pinfall opportunity here.
Not yet, says Strong, instead going to work on the arm and shoulder of the Scarecrow. Slams the shoulder hard to the mat, and the Scarecrow backs Roderick Strong on with a shot to the gut. Scarecrow trying to tee off on Roderick Strong, who moves deftly out of harm's way. Quick reflexes on Roderick Strong for sure. Looks like Strong is gonna go for the pile driver, but failure to launch. Here, as the Scarecrow turns it around on Strong again.
Hey, this is shaping up to be a really good match. The Scarecrow is really testing Roderick Strong here, and Strong's been wrestling a good match against him.
Strong backs Scarecrow off with a shot, and now Scarecrow counters Strong again, and watch out! The Scarecrow just nails Strong with a short running clothesline. Skander Akbar directing traffic from ringside here, ordering the Scarecrow to knock Strong to the arena floor, and he does. Absolutely unacceptable.
Akbar has never been a fool. He knows what he can get away with. Anything the referee can't object to, he's gonna try and get away with.
Roderick Strong wisely returns to the relative safety inside the ring, but here comes the Scarecrow right after. With a nerving speed, Scarecrow moves in beside Strong, and look out, the masked man lands a terrific suplex on Roderick Strong. Quickly goes for a pin, and only a 1 count possible.
The Scarecrow, now slowly picking apart Roderick Strong, slowly, methodically, landing damage where it can do the most good. And look at this garbage here, a little collusion between the Scarecrow and Skander Akbar as Scarecrow loosens the turnbuckle pad.
No qualms or compunctions about taking a dump on the rule book for these two. But just now, Roderick Strong seems to have things handled, and again, the chance is gone as the Scarecrow launches Strong to the canvas again. The Scarecrow, presently in control of things, gathers Strong up, gets him by the throat, but hold it. Strong counters with a kick to the gut, spins Scarecrow around with a right, and Strong sets him up in hokey smokes. What a slam! Now Skander Akbar actively attempts to distract the official, but it makes no difference as Roderick Strong takes command of things, nailing the Scarecrow with that backbreaker. 1, 2, and no good. Scarecrow able to break the pin.
Scarecrow's pretty tough, too. Hard to say anything bad about him, except he's dishonest.
Strong moves him, but Scarecrow's ready for him. And oh, just crumples Strong with that right hand. And here we go, the referee distracted by that turnbuckle. And the Scarecrow goes quickly to work on Strong, spikes him with a knee to the back. Now the Scarecrow just letting loose with blows from every direction. He's got Roderick Strong reeling, and finishes with a kick to the head. That has opened a cut above Roderick Strong's eye, and here comes the blood. And Asuki, this ain't good. Scarecrow with a hard DDT. Trying hard to make the blood from that cut flow freely. Skander Akbar looks on as Scarecrow tries for the pin again and get out of town. Roderick Strong still with signs of life left.
Which is just making the Scarecrow angry.
Roderick Strong struggles to his feet, with Scarecrow there to greet him, tosses Strong over his shoulders, and Great Northern Beans nails Roderick Strong with a Michinoku driver, and that, ladies and gents, is definitely the end. And the Scarecrow gets the Duke here.
The time of the fall, 4 minutes and 48 seconds. And your winner, the Scarecrow.
Damn if he isn't a showman, though. The Scarecrow victorious, but not, it must be observed, without a little help from his friends, to paraphrase the Beatles.
Don't hold back now.
I don't think it's out of line to suggest that match could have ended differently, if not for the presence of General Skander Akbar.
Rule breaker's gonna rule break Wally. It's just how things have always been. But this first look at the Scarecrow says he's gonna be back again, soon, and often, I think.
Just so many times Roderick Strong had this match in the palm of his hand, but between the Scarecrow and his second outside the ring, he didn't stand a snowball's chance in hell.
Scarecrow can definitely handle himself in the ring, though. He proved that. Now if only he can prove he can do it without Skander Akbar sticking his nose in it.
Coming up, ladies tag action when we return.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, Josie Jane and the American hero, Brooklyn Von Braun.
Team Brooklyn, the pairing of Brooklyn Von Braun and Josie Jane. A solid team with a solid working partnership. But I don't remember them ever having faced the Texan Ladies Association Mike.
Since you can't remember something that never happened, you can relax a little. But I'll tell you, This ladies' tag match is gonna be hot.
And their opponents, accompanied by their manager Jay Ferrantino, from Baytown, Texas, Polly Parrish, and from El Paso, Texas, the Silver Bullet, Jody Holler, the Texan Ladies Association.
Polly, Jody, and MJ Ferrantino, the former ladies tag team champions, and their manager have been doing some serious regrouping since the Texan ladies dropped the belts to Autumn Breeze and Sherry. Roy, and they could sure use a win tonight against Team Brooklyn to right their ship just a bit.
MJ Ferrantino won't rest until his girls get those belts back.
It's on. Both ladies walk the center ring, collar and elbow tie-up, with Polly Parrish getting Josie Jane in a wrist lock. But Jane turns it around on Parrish with a wrist lock of her own, wrenching. With full force, ends the exchange with a leg sweep. And get this, ends with a Hurricane Rana. Josie Jane quickly in control as we get started here.
Yup! One of Riley Flash's best students right there in Josie Jane.
Right now, it's Polly Parrish taking charge of things as she just piles on and Reigns blows down on Josie Jane. Tosses in a stomp just because and goes for an early cover, but forget that because it's far too early. Even Josie Jane can't believe she tried for the pin, and she looks mad about it. Takes a swipe at Parrish and misses, sweet arm drag by Parrish, but Josie Jane trips her up. Josie at the ready, flips Parrish, belly to back suplex, and it's countered by Parrish. What a counter! And Polly Parrish, wasting no time, moves on Josie and drops her like a bad habit with a right. Parrish stalking Josie Jane and again delivers a hard strike that drops her again. Josie Jane crawling to reach her partner for a tag, and Polly Parrish is already in position on the top rope. Parrish takes the plunge and connects solid with an elbow from the sky. Josie Jane back up and nails Parrish with a missile dropkick.
What did I tell you? Oh, these ladies are burning it down in there for sure, and it's anybody's match to win.
Polly Parrish catches Josie Jane with the guillotine, and Josie is out to lunch on a station break right now as Parrish drags her carcass center ring, and she is going for the pin here. Referee initiates the count. Here comes Brooklyn, but no need for a save here, with Josie powering out. And to your point, Mike, these ladies are definitely dialed into a different wavelength tonight, and it is showing and glowing.
My one and only critique, and it applies to both teams, is they should be tagging more often, keeping that fresh woman in the ring, because at the pace Josie and Polly are going, the high energy won't last forever.
We may be seeing a tag right here, with Josie hauling Polly Parrish into her team's corner, and there it is, tag made, and in comes Brooklyn and bam. Double super kicks to Polly, but Parrish, quick on the draw, tags the Silver Bullet, and here comes Jody Holler.
With the two new women in there, watch this fire burn right here, Wally.
Brooklyn nails Jody with a forearm. Brooklyn Von Braun back in after Jody again, stands her up, nails her with a spinning forearm this time, and Brooklyn Von Braun is on a serious roll here, gathers Jody up and into a snap suplex. Looks like MJ Ferrantino is a little concerned for his team, who have had to fight to stay with their opponents in this match. Brooklyn scores a DDT on Jody Holler. Brooklyn Von Braun gathers Jody up again, sets up for something, but Jody Holler quickly counters and drops Brooklyn on the top of her noggin. Jody Holler whips Brooklyn to a neutral corner, and here she comes, and the Silver Bullet just going off on Brooklyn Von Braun with a little don't mess with Texas. The DMWT drops Brooklyn like it pulled toy with a pinhole.
Just a 1.5 count there. Still plenty of work to be done by the Texans. And let me add that the Texan Ladies Association were terrific tag champs, and Autumn Breeze and Sherry Roy beat them fair and square and all, but I always sensed a special vibe that surrounded Carly and Jody during their run. Really would not mind seeing them at least try to get the titles back from Autumn and Sherry.
That rematch could happen in just a few weeks from today, but right now, Jody Holler is giving her full and undivided attention to Brooklyn Von Braun, and just doing a bang-up job of the thing. Jody whipped into a neutral corner by Brooklyn, goes to plant a kick where it counts, but Jody says, no you don't, lady. Now Brooklyn whips Jody into her own team's corner, and big mistake, as Polly Parrish blind tags herself into the match, but Brooklyn, ready for her, executes a textbook atomic drop on Parrish. No Brooke, maybe deciding she needs a break, and turns it over to Josie Jane. Jane hits a hurricane rana on Parrish, and now Josie, taking a moment to gauge the situation, deciding whether and how to approach Jody next. And it looks like she's made up her mind. Josie hauls Parrish over her shoulder, carries her to the ropes, and hits a top rope hangman on Cardille. Parrish quickly back to her feet, and she is mad, tags Josie an elbow to the face. Josie stunned a moment, but quickly recovers and nails yet another hurricane rana on Parrish. Man alive, these teams are just flowing on adrenaline right now with spectacular results. But so far, no signs of a clear winner in this one.
When you get the competitors in that ring, singles or tag, and they're both super focused like right now, you always get a great match when that happens.
And that's just what we're getting here. Parrish whips Josie into her team corner. But wait just a sec here. Parrish says forget the tag. I just want to make Josie pay. And she's setting up for a top rope superplex. The crowd here in Erie waiting for it. And here we go. And there goes Josie Jane. And her back has to be in burning pain.
Assuming she's conscious, you mean?
Josie hasn't moved since hitting the floor. The referee is counting. Now Parrish gathering up Josie, who quickly whips Parrish away. And oh man, into the ring post and follows. Up with a kick, and the referees count at 3. Well now, they're out there fighting on the floor, and it don't look like anyone's in a rush to get it back inside.
Nothing says it's personal like a good brawl outside on the arena floor. And those fans at ringside are getting an interactive experience.
Parrish in control of Josie Jane, still reeling from that superplex. As Parrish sets up for, get the hell out of here. She's going for the guillotine on the arena floor. Both teams definitely not fooling around with one another anymore. And the refs count, still inching closer to 20, with no sign of anyone wanting to take it back between the ropes. As the count reaches 10, Parrish locks in on Josie Jane with a Cobra clutch leg sweep.
Can't win this match outside the ring. Everyone knows it, but they don't care. They're all just focused on how mad they are at each other. And that's gonna lead one team to make a costly screw-up that's gonna end badly for one of them. They gotta get this back inside, because this is going nowhere fast.
With the count at 15, something's got to give, and soon, or nobody will win this thing, and it will have all been a waste for both sides, taking a beating for nothing. And Cardille Parrish stops back inside just to break the count, and now she's back outside after Josie Jane again. How do you like that?
Oh yeah, it's gotten personal between them. Still, at least one side has to want this one bad enough to forget all this brawling outside and try to get the win inside and on the mat. It's like you say, Wally. They're taking unnecessary beatings for no good reason.
Count has already gotten up to 6 again, and Josie Jane is after Cardille Parrish out there on the floor still. Whips Parrish across the floor and into the ring steps, and those sharp corners are supremely painful in a collision. Josie misses the super kick, and Cardille Parrish right there to capitalize on the error, set Josie up, and nails a neck-breaker drop on the floor, and that is gonna wreck some brain cells.
Time to smarten up, get Josie in the ring and go for a pin. These ladies gotta get their focus on winning back.
Parrish, pushing aside Josie's attempts to regain control, and for a second time delivers a neck-breaker drop to her opponent, as Josie Jane looks to be fading fast out there. She's taken obscene amounts of punishment, especially outside the ring, and I agree that now would be the time to go for a pin. Even if Brooklyn will try and save the match, there's always a chance to make that 1-3.
See, now she's making a mistake breaking the count and going back outside. Getting greedy, if you will. And this is the kind of amateur's mistake that could end up costing her team this match.
Josie lands a spinning slam on Cardille Parrish as this one finally returns inside the ring. Josie, wisely stepping out, tags in Brooklyn, and I know Josie is happy to be out of there for a little while. Brooklyn Von Braun going straight for her signature move, the inverted pile driver, the Von Braun missile, and Cardille folds like an accordion on contact. This isn't looking very good for the Texan ladies as Brooklyn goes for the pin. The referee is counting. Jody Holler tries and fails to make the save. This one's over, with Team Brooklyn scoring the 3-count win.
The American hero, Brooklyn Von Braun, and Josie Jane.
Oh well, It's back to the old drawing board for Ferentino and the Texan ladies, with Brooklyn and Josie picking up a narrow upset win on Cardille and Jody.
The Texan ladies and their unsinkable manager will regard this loss as a temporary setback, and they'll be back in action to try again soon. And as for us, we'll be right back with more right after this.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event of the evening. It is a championship match for the RWL International Championship. One fall with a 10-minute time limit.
While we pride ourselves on our main event matches in RWL, this one's a real gem that could sell out any arena on Earth. And here's the challenger, the Superfly himself, Jimmy Snuka, and boy, when you talk about long and storied careers, you've got to include this man's name in the discussion. Feuds with the likes of Don Morocco, Roddy Piper, Rick Steamboat, and his off-and-on friendship with Superfly. The man's just been round the world 3 times, so I guess he's an ideal candidate to hold the international championship.
Yeah, credentials he's got, but he's gonna have to take it away from Josef von Schmidt first, and that's never been an easy order to fill.
Just take a gander at Superfly. He's in prime condition for this title match.
And we've got ourselves a capacity crowd in Erie tonight, and they're ready for this title match to set it off.
Here he comes, one of the most decorated competitors ever to be part of RWL. Josef von Schmidt has done a whole lot in his 11 years with the promotion. Once reviled as one of the cruelest rule breakers ever, feuding for years with Mr. Hercules and with American Supreme, despite having been his tag team partner at one time. But von Schmidt discovered a different side to himself after being the first man to win the Memphis Million Battle Royal, winning the respect and admiration of the fans after a long time. And man, oh man alive, if there's a title in RWL he hasn't held, I don't know it.
Snarl TV champion twice, national champion 3 times, international champion twice, including this run, former tag team champion, and former RWL World Heavyweight Champ twice. That's how he got his reputation as the German gold collector. Now, let's admit right away that a legend like the Superfly is gonna give von Schmidt here a real challenge, and he knows the international title is his to win or lose based on what he does tonight, so expect Josef von Schmidt to perform with German precision.
The Pennsylvania crowd remembers von Schmidt from his early days on the independent circuit, and this one's gotta feel like a bit of a homecoming for von Schmidt. Wild to think how hated he once was, but he's proof that anyone can turn over a new leaf.
You mentioned Wally, how much of a challenge Snuka might present to Josef von Schmidt, but that door swings both ways, and the Superfly could find himself facing someone he won't find an easy target.
And that's what it's all about right there, the RWL International Championship.
And now, the contestants. In the corner to my right, the challenger from the Fiji Islands, weighing 230 pounds, he is Jimmy Superfly Snuka. His opponent from Berlin, Germany, residing in Heidelberg, weighing 262 pounds, he is the RWL International Champion. Here is the German nobleman, Josef von Schmidt.
What a main event contest this is gonna be. The contestants are primed. This crowd is keyed up, and we're gonna see some fireworks between these two. go. They lock up Josef von Schmidt, steps up and takes charge here. With punches and kicks, spins Superfly around, and just then quick, sets up and executes the German leg sweep. Josef von Schmidt looking pretty dominant in the early goings here, definitely opening up strong. He's got Superfly on the mat. Working that armbar, but not so fast as Superfly. Breaks the hold and tags Von Schmidt with a knee. Von Schmidt shakes the cobwebs loose, tags Snuka with a right. Now both men fighting for control. And it's Josef von Schmidt winning that skirmish with a flying neck breaker.
JVS is fired up. Really on a roll. But Josef von Schmidt's been on a serious roll career-wise too. He's been thinking about taking another crack at the World Heavyweight title.
Von Schmidt, way up top. Superfly trying to get to his feet. Von Schmidt misses the double axe handle as Snuka weaved out of the way. Von Schmidt regrouping fast. And whoa, Superfly maybe coming back some here. Stun JVS with a kick to the face. And look at this Willia. Snuka's blown his stack. He's chowing down on some German cuisine. Get the hell out of town.
All that time without mounting any offense. Guess he just got frustrated. He blew his cool. I mean, it happens.
Well, so far, it's been his one shot at mounting any offense, as Josef von Schmidt puts a stop to Superfly's rally. And that stop may have put Snuka's lights out, as Josef von Schmidt chooses to go for a pin fairly early. Here's the count and no. Superfly still in this one, and JVS will just have to try again.
Superfly hasn't really had a chance to cut loose so far, but it looks like they could turn around right here.
Snuka Komen alive here all of a sudden, and whoa. Snuka lands a withering chop, and Von Schmidt sinks slowly to the canvas. Superfly up from behind on JVS. Superfly sets up, and lowers the boom with a neck-breaker drop. Superfly taking Von Schmidt to task here, as he gathers JVS up and yow. Cyclone punch. Now Von Schmidt hurrying to his feet, and Snuka's going topside. Somebody's gotta pull the trigger quick, and it's Von Schmidt, canceling Snuka's flight.
Boy, JVS sure is dialed in tonight. But with the title being on the line, it's like Von Schmidt dials it up to a different level when the belt is on the line.
Going back to what you said earlier about JVS going after the World Championship. The only reason he hasn't so far is because of his friendship with Matt Clark. He doesn't want the title to come between them. Maybe that's why he's been dragging his feet about actually asking the front office for a title shot.
Hey, maybe we'd better quit guessing and get back to this match we got now.
Right you are, as Von Schmidt is now teeing off on Superfly again, and he sure is consistent. Referee calling for the break as Snuka gets to the ropes.
Not throwing any kind of shade on Jimmy Snuka. He really seems off his game tonight. Or is it just me?
Snuka might be ready to take it to the next level, with JVS missing his last attack, and Superfly isn't missing his right now. Superfly all over JVS.
This is not the Superfly Snuka of the WWF days. This is that primal, animalistic Jimmy Snuka that ran through the southern and midwestern territories. Technically brilliant, but leaned more towards the more, let's say, bad-tempered style of wrestling.
Forget how he got here. It's paying off now, with Von Schmidt laid out. Here he goes. Superfly gonna Superfly. Nails the cross-body splash. Snuka pins. New champion could be. No. Mike, that was so close. I swore it was over.
1/2 second. 1/2 second, and it would have been over.
Von Schmidt with a tiger by the tail here. What's he gonna do with it? And Snuka breaks the ice with an enziguri.
Superfly's making some serious forward progress. Von Schmidt spent a lot of energy, and like it or not, he's starting to slow down. And that gives Snuka a chance to still win this thing.
It does seem like Snuka's finally found the flaw in Von Schmidt's armor, and he is capitalizing all over the damn place.
This is the most vulnerable Von Schmidt's been all match. He was unstoppable before, but Superfly just keeps chipping away, inflicting more damage. And now, bull, the title is in jeopardy right now.
Superfly has just battered Josef von Schmidt, and he's pinning. This could really be it right here, and are you kidding me here? Is you serious?
Von Schmidt just won't stay down, but if Snuka gets in one more good rally, the title is his.
Von Schmidt fighting to avoid that outcome as he rounds up the Superfly. Hard Irish whip to the far corner. Snuka hits hard. Von Schmidt going whip to the opposite corner. But Snuka countering, charging toward the corner. And are you seeing this? Joseph von Schmidt comes off the ropes, dodges Snuka, off the ropes again, and connects with a flying elbow. And once again, von Schmidt is in the driver's seat, and he's got a lead foot on the gas.
Oh man, here we go, Wally. Chalk it up.
Von Schmidt locks in Der Geist breaker. Superfly with no place to go. Von Schmidt dials it up, and there it is. Snuka taps. Snuka taps out, and Josef von Schmidt retains and remains international champion.
The time, 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Your winner by submission, Josef von Schmidt.
The German gold collector retains the international title against Superfly Jimmy Snuka. And like you said at the start, Josef von Schmidt performed with German precision. Like a 21-jewel watch.
I still stand by my opinion. Superfly just wasn't at his best tonight. And while that's kind of a letdown, he still gave everybody some real close moments. That 1/2 second away from beating the champ. Fate robbed Snuka of this win tonight.
What a main event that was, and fans, that's it for this edition of our RWL Championship Wrestling. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back soon with more wrestling action. But until then, Wally Cardille, saying thanks, good night, and be safe.
And I'm Mike Lane thanking you for your time this time. Until next time. Good night. See you soon.